The Boxer Show.
Jerrod!
Boxer, how you doing, my friend?
Jerrod, how are you, my brother?
So good to talk to you.
Buddy, I know it has been a long wait, and congratulations on the brand new album. Free the music, baby. How does it feel?
It feels great. You know, we've been working on this album for 2 years. I mean, to the point that every single note is meant to be where it's at, and I'm so excited for everybody to hear it.
That is like really precise. So are you trying to say like every little detail in this album, like if it wasn't right, you went right back and fixed it?
Well, you know, you listen to it and think, something's not right. It just sort of sticks out. Maybe not like a sore thumb, just maybe like a hangnail. And then you just go back and get it right. And when I say get it, you know, every note, I don't mean perfection, as in like I don't believe that music needs to be perfect. It's not meant to be, but as in just sonically the way that we wanted it to sound. And there's some albums that we may just jam away, but this one, when you start bringing in taking musical chances and bringing in different sounds and textures, you definitely, you know, want everything to be the way it is. So it's actually represented correctly.
You know, you've been writing songs since what, you were like 8 or something like that?
Yes, and I wouldn't have known that unless my parents, when I graduated high school, they gave me this giant binder where they had taken all these lyrics my whole life and they dated them and everything. It was really nice of them. But I do remember looking for those lyrics. Like every time I'd write a song, where are those lyrics? But yes, so I guess the first one I was 8 years old.
Wow, do you remember it? Your very first one, or looking back at it?
I do, and it's called. I wrote it about my older sister. It wasn't very nice. It was called Amy's Butt Looks Like a Hat.
I like it. Do you remember how it went? Any of it at all?
No, I really don't remember that one. I mean, I remember some of them, and if they weren't so ridiculous and career-ending, I would maybe I'll play. So I'll sing it for you when we're in person. But but on this little lyric, Amy's rear end looks like a hat. Has I even drew an animation next to it. So I'm glad my parents. I feel sorry for my parents, put it that way, as I flip through the pages.
I love that. Well, the whole reason I even brought that up is obviously you're a very talented, not only singer, but a songwriter. And I was curious, a guy like you, do you ever sit there and write songs and then you're like, is that grammatically correct? Should I check a thesaurus out? How do I know if this is correct? Do you care about that at all? Do you look that up?
There are times, like for instance, the word ain't. Obviously, it's going to be. Like even in Shine On Me, there ain't too many times I felt like a king. You know, if it flows by and just rolls through and it sings correctly, then it takes a lot of the tension off of that thought of being grammatically correct. But there are definitely times that I'll look at something and it's kind of confusing and you just got to figure out the way how you would say it. And so I try to pay attention to some grammar, but you know, there are times that it doesn't sound right being grammatically correct.
I know you just, of course, had a signing here in town. How does that feel to, basically, give out this new project and as far as feedback goes from fans and stuff? Do you like that face-to-face? What's your favorite part?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I love being around people, and I love going to see live music in any facet. And so anybody that'll come hang out with me anywhere, I'm thankful. So everybody came out to the store. I actually saw some familiar faces, met some new folks as well, and we had a good time. So anybody that's willing to invest their hard-earned money into something that we worked hard on is just it's a blessing, and very thankful for everybody.
I like that. By the way, I caught you on, was it CBS This Morning yesterday? I think it was.
Yeah.
You're a natural, dude. Would you ever want to do more of that? You're just like chill, and you really did a good job.
No, well, thank you. I got to be honest with you because I haven't had a lot of experience, obviously, doing something like that with Gail and them. And so I didn't know if I'd be nervous or not, but it was cool. They, just go in there and just do your thing and talk about what you know. I think what I was nervous about is if they started getting into political or something, and I'm definitely don't like talking about things that I don't know 100% about, and of course, being on the road, I don't get to dig in as much as I'd like to what's going on, but I try to as much as possible. So I'm glad they went easy on me.
Well, dude, and I know I got to run real quick here, and I know this is all about your music, but I do have to ask you one thing I'm curious about. Who are you going to vote? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to ask that. No, I noticed this interview will end right now. October 14th, I see that you're going to be a part of the Blake Shelton cruise.
Yes.
And I was curious, one, have you ever been on a cruise? And two, how crazy is this cruise going to be?
Well, number one, no. I never have been on a cruise.
Oh, wow.
And, And two, yeah, man, I swear, I really did just take some Tylenol because I've just been thinking about this Blake Shelton cruise, and it gives me a hangover just talking about it. So to have Lee Bryce and Randy Houser and Easton Corbin and Justin Moore and all these, of course, Blake and Trace Atkins, it's just going to be, painful. It'll be a lot of fun, but it's definitely going to be, we're going to pay for it.
Well, you will love it. And by the way, if you're a pool guy, you have to make sure, this is going to be tough because you're an artist, and I know a lot of artists tend to sleep in. But you're going to want to get out to the pool early to grab a couple of chairs or chairs for your buddies, and then you could just sleep there all day.
Ah, well, thanks for the pointer.
Just a heads up, because I'm one of those pool guys. I'm one of those nerds who goes to the pool and takes all the chairs and gets them early for the family. Yeah.
Well, that's good. Yeah, nobody wants to lay on that hot cement.
Yeah, exactly. So just a little FYI.
Those ants biting your ankles and by a half-eaten grilled cheese.
Wait a minute. Jerrod, I hope there's no ants on the cruise ship. That's too funny. Well, dude, look, you're like a brother to me. I just want to say congrats again on the brand new album. We will certainly pump this up and also shine it on me. It makes me smile every time I hear it.
No, well, thank you. You've always been a good man and a good friend to me, so thank you so much, and thanks for helping us spread the word.
Absolutely. Rock on, my friend. We'll see you soon.
All right, brother.
Bye-bye.
The Boxer Show.